The Great Alien Council expected a normal meeting. They expected small problems, small arguments, small updates about distant star systems. But they did not expect this. The warning sirens echoed across the Grand Hall, a place that had been peaceful for thousands of years. Every alien representative turned their head toward the massive viewing screen. Something was entering their space. Something big. Something unknown. The council leader, a tall crystal-skinned being, spoke calmly. Identify the object. But the scanners were silent. No code. No signal. No known signature. Then the dark screen lit up. A colossal shape emerged from the shadows of space. White, armored, glowing with blue engines. It was bigger than any warship the council had ever seen. It moved slowly, like a giant that knew nobody could stop it. Whispers filled the hall. Is it a new empire? Is it a threat? Why is it not responding? The ship kept coming. The council watched in silence as the unknown vessel drifted closer to their border. Its design was unlike anything in the galaxy, smooth, powerful, and ancient-looking yet strangely advanced. The engines hummed with deep energy, almost alive. One alien officer finally gasped. It's human! The entire hall froze. Humanity? The quiet species from the edge of the galaxy? The same species everyone believed was weak? The same species nobody ever feared? The scanners updated the data, and the truth hit them like thunder. TitanClass warship, human origin. The council leader stood up in shock. A TitanClass? From humanity? Impossible. But there it was. The giant ship positioned itself in front of the council station, silent, motionless, waiting. The council fell silent, because for the first time in centuries, humanity had arrived, and they did not come small. The alien council chamber had never been this quiet. Rows of powerful species, leaders of empires, rulers of star systems, sat frozen as a Titan-class human warship hovered outside their defense perimeter. It did not fire. It did not speak. It simply waited, and that scared them more than any weapon. The council leader raised a trembling hand. Open a communication channel. At once. Technicians tried. No response. They tried again. Silence. The human warship remained still, its white armor glowing softly under the nearby star. It looked peaceful, almost calm, yet every instinct told the aliens that this ship carried power beyond measure. A young officer with silver skin whispered, "Why would humans send something like this? They never involve themselves in galactic politics." Another replied, "Maybe we offended them. Maybe someone attacked their colonies." The council leader shut his eyes. "No, humans never act without reason." Then, slowly, the ship moved. A deep vibration echoed across the council station. Every alien stood up in fear as the Titan-class rotated, revealing its massive underside, lined with glowing weapon cores, giant hangars, and structures none of the council recognized. "It's scanning us," an officer reported. A bright blue wave swept across the station, passing through walls, shields, and metal floors. The aliens felt it in their bones. "What do they want?" someone shouted. Moments later, the main screen flickered. A human appeared. Not a soldier, not an admiral, but someone even more terrifying. The human council envoy, the one who only appeared when something world-changing was about to happen. His voice was calm but carried unimaginable strength. "Alien Council," he said, "we request immediate discussion. Humanity has detected a threat that concerns the entire galaxy." Every alien in the room felt their hearts drop. A threat? Greater than a Titan-class warship? The meeting had just begun, and the galaxy was not ready for what humanity discovered. The moment the human envoy appeared on the screen, every alien leaned forward. His calm expression was more terrifying than any weapon. Humans never showed fear, but they also never showed up without purpose. The council leader spoke carefully. "Human envoy, what threat have you detected?" The envoy nodded once. "A force older than your empires, older than your council, a force that has awakened again." Murmurs spread instantly. "Older than the council? Impossible. What is he talking about?" The envoy continued, his voice steady like a warning bell. 3 days ago, One of our deep space observatories vanished. Not destroyed, erased. No debris, no signal, no last message. The entire hall stiffened. Erase? The council leader whispered. The envoy turned toward someone off-screen. Show them. Suddenly the viewing screen changed. A massive star system appeared. Empty, silent, peaceful. Then a red distortion rippled through space like a crack in reality. A black sphere emerged. Featureless, cold, hungry. It expanded for a moment, and everything inside its radius vanished. Light, matter, planets, silence itself. A collective gasp filled the chamber. One alien yelled, "What kind of weapon is that? Who built it?" The human envoy shook his head slowly. No one built it. It is not a machine. It is not a fleet. It is not alive. It is something else, the void entity. The council went pale. The void, someone whispered. But that was only a myth, a story told to frighten younglings. The envoy's expression hardened. It is not a story. Humanity has confirmed 3 sightings in the last month. It consumes star systems. If we do nothing, the galaxy will fall. Silence crushed the room. Even the TitanClass ship outside seemed to wait. The envoy spoke again, each word heavy. Humanity is ready to fight, but we cannot face this alone. Every alien felt a chill. Humanity had come, not to threaten them, but to warn them, and to prepare them for a war older than time. The great alien council struggled to breathe. Everything they knew, every law, every map, every ancient belief, felt suddenly too small. A force that could erase a star system? A threat that didn't leave debris, didn't send warnings, didn't even think? The void entity was not an enemy. It was a disaster, wearing the shape of darkness. The human envoy let the silence stretch before he continued. We believe the void entity is moving toward the galactic center. If it continues, it will consume world after world. Even your strongest shields will not stop it. The council leader swallowed hard. Then tell us, what does humanity want from us? The envoy stepped closer to the camera. His voice didn't rise, but the weight behind his words deepened. We need cooperation. We need your fleets. We need your technology. But more than anything, he paused, we need unity. A galaxy-wide alliance. Gasps echoed across the hall. Several council members protested immediately. Humans are asking too much. They want to control us. This is a trap. But others spoke with fear in their voices. If they want to control us, that TitanClass ship would have already attacked. They brought a warning, not a demand. They showed us proof. We cannot ignore this. The envoy listened silently, then raised one hand. We are not here to force you, but we will not hide the truth. If we do not act together, we will all die separately. The screen switched, showing the TitanClass warship outside. Its engines dimmed. Its shields expanded. Its weapons unfolded, silently preparing. But not at the council. No, aimed toward the border of the unknown darkness. The human envoy spoke softly, almost like a promise. Humanity is ready to stand in front of the void, but we are stronger together. The council's fear shifted. For the first time, they saw humanity not as a small, quiet species, but as a shield big enough to fight the dark. The council hall trembled, not from any weapon, but from fear. Every alien leader understood one thing clearly. This was not a human trick. This was not a political trap. This was survival. Still, no one wanted to be the first to speak. The silence felt heavy until a small voice broke it. It came from the representative of a minor species, one with almost no military strength. His golden eyes glowed with quiet courage. My people cannot fight the void. We cannot build fleets. We cannot send soldiers. But we can support humanity. We will join this alliance. A ripple spread across the hall. Then another leader stood. Then another. Then dozens more. But not everyone agreed. A massive reptilian warlord slammed his claws on the desk. Humans are reckless. Their technology is unstable. Their TitanClass ship alone could destroy our fleets. Why trust them? The human envoy looked directly at him, calm and unshaken. If humanity wanted war, he said, You would not be standing here. The reptilian leader froze, because deep down, he knew it was true. Suddenly, the entire station trembled again. An officer screamed, "Something is approaching. Not human, not council. Something different." The screen lit up. Space rippled. Light bent. A faint black sphere formed far beyond the station. Small, but unmistakably the same shape they had seen erase the star system. The void entity. It wasn't attacking. It was watching, scanning, searching. Every alien felt their blood run cold. Humanity's TitanClass warship immediately shifted position. Shields flared, weapons charged, engines brightened like a rising star. The human envoy spoke firmly. "You have no more time to debate. The void has found us." The council leader rose slowly, his voice trembling but strong. "Very well. Humanity, you have our support." In that moment, the first true galactic alliance in history was born, created not from trust, but from fear of the darkness ahead. And the war was no longer a future threat. It had already begun. The void entity hovered in the distance like a silent shadow. It didn't move. It didn't attack. It simply existed. An impossible, emotionless darkness that swallowed entire systems without a sound. For the first time in their long history, the Alien Council truly understood fear, but humanity did not. Outside the Council station, the Titan-class warship expanded its shields to maximum capacity. Blue energy waves rippled across its massive hull. The ship looked like a shining guardian standing between the galaxy and the coming darkness. The human envoy's voice echoed through the chamber. "All allied fleets, prepare defensive formation. The Titan will engage first." The alien stared at him in disbelief. Engage? With that, it's suicide. No ship can survive the void. But the envoy did not flinch. "Humanity does not run," he said softly. "Not today." The void sphere pulsed. A deep vibration passed through every ship, every hallway, every bone. Then it fired. A beam of absolute blackness cut across space, erasing stars, bending light, tearing space like paper. But before it reached the Council station, the Titan-class warship moved. It shifted forward with impossible speed, engines roaring like a star being born. A gigantic shield unfolded in front of it, glowing white-hot from raw energy. The beam struck. Light exploded. Space shook. Silence turned into thunder. Every alien closed their eyes. But when the light faded, the Titan was still there. Its armor burned, glowing with cracks of molten metal, but it stood unbroken, holding the line alone. Gasps filled the chamber. They survived. No ship has ever survived the void. Humans, how? The envoy finally smiled. "We build for peace, but we prepare for war." Behind the Titan, hundreds of allied ships formed their first united formation in history. The war for the galaxy had begun, and humanity stood at the front, not as the weakest species, not as the forgotten ones, but as the shield of the entire galaxy. The Council would never forget the day humanity arrived and saved them all.